Hello everybody, this is the Harbinger, this is Wingspan on Steam, and this is our opening hand. I love the piloted woodpecker. It gives us eggs in the forest, which is something that's going to be really useful. I also don't mind picking up the canvas back, as it will help us draw additional cards. It's also a star nest, so it's really good together with the piloted woodpecker. I actually wouldn't mind the yellow-bellied sapsucker either, since it will help us gain additional food. And the northern mockingbird isn't the worst card either, but if we take this guy as well, then we are starting to run out of food in the opener, and we don't want to activate the forest too many times without other stuff to do. It would, however, help us get more value out of the canvas pack. So I might actually take this guy. It depends on what the bonus cards here are. Small birds and cherry eaters. We already have 2 cherry eaters here. A 3rd cherry eater in the mockingbird actually isn't the worst thing. We only need 1 more, and that should be pretty easy to pick up over the course of the game. I'm thinking woodpecker, sapsucker in the forest, canvasback mockingbird in the wetlands, and that should just be a really good opener. The question is, do we play the yellow-bellied sapsucker first, or do we play the piloted woodpecker first? Playing the woodpecker first lets us gain eggs while we are getting food. It also requires us to activate 1 turn first before we play out this guy. Then we need to play out this guy, then we need to activate the forest twice before we can play out this guy. While if we don't take the mockingbird, we get this guy out immediately, then we... I'm starting to think maybe we don't take the yellow-bellied, because it's gonna be really slow to get this guy out. Is there anything else we can take here? Red-cocked woodpecker does the same thing. Then again, I think we can also just accept that we will go a little bit slow in the start. Maybe we take the yellow-bellied sapsucker first. Play out this guy. Then we get the additional foods, get the eggs from elsewhere, and with that we can just more easily play out the other stuff as well. We need to do 1 activations in the grasslands because we are not playing out this guy first, but we get to play out everything a little bit faster, I might think. That can be the correct play, and yeah, I will take the mockingbird. Even though it's causing us to stay a little bit behind on the food. I think it might be right, but let me know in the comments if you think taking 4 birds here is a little bit excessive, or if you think it's an okay play. I'm basically taking it because doubling the canvas back is gonna let us draw a large amount of cards, but at the cost of us having to spend more turns setting up the initial engine. Taking the worm here, as I saw there were 3 cherries in the bird trays, we should very easily be able to pick up 1 of those, and after we play out this guy, it should be also really easy to pick up 1 more and be ready to play out that guy. On the other hand, we can play out the canvas back of this. If it pops up some more stuff in the trade, we can really consider picking up. We would very much love to already have this guy online there, but then again, just getting the woodpecker online is also going to be really good. So I think that's just my initial priority here. And this yellow-bellied sapsucker just works really well together with the other birds we are wanting to play out. Woodpecker is just the cherries and the worm. This guy is the cherries and the worm, and this guy just eats the worm as an omnivore. So yeah, it's really good here. And now we just want to get a grain and a cherry, and we have the final parts of our engine here. Is there anything in the tray we can consider picking up? I guess this red cockaded woodpecker could just round off the horticulturalist immediately. We can't pick the food for it though, but we can take... I guess that's... Let's take this for now and lay eggs in these two birds, take a worm, and we are going to play out the canvas back here. It will rather, yeah, let's make it eat the food which is most common for us. We probably can spend the rodent more efficiently down the line, and we will have an excess source of worms over the course of time. Not crazy to pick up either of these, so I think we will just take food and prepare to play out the mockingbird. That way we can, instead of getting 2 cards, we're going to get 4 cards each time we activate wetlands, which is just a lot better. Opponent is also going to get cards from that, but I think we are able to utilize it better than the opponent. So let's take another cherry and another rodent, lay 2 more eggs, 1 here and 1 here. Always emphasize putting eggs in the nest type that has the most capacity. If you have birds that require you to lay eggs in a specific type of nest, because we could have laid in these 2 again, but then both of those would have been full, and next time we did this, we could only have laid 1 egg. The common raven, okay. Usually a common raven turn 2 is an immediate pivot, but let's just take a second here and think what that will mean for us. What we can currently do, we can currently take 3 food from a habitat and gain 2 eggs. Granted, the opponent gains 1 egg, so let's just say we can take 3 food and 1 egg. A raven here would be getting 1 egg and 2 food, so it's basically worse than what we can already do. So not crazy to pick up the raven here. So I will skip that option. Now the opponent should pick the raven because it's a really good bird, and even from round 2 it's still pretty good. But we can afford to just look at other stuff. If I had a Tucker, if this was a game where I was playing a live opponent, I'd probably pick the raven to deny it. But I'm not too sure that the opponent here will be a decent threat for us. I will just continue to play as I am trying to play my own game rather than to play the opponent's game. We can play birds into the grasslands here to try to compete for the round end goal. We also need these kinds of birds to have eggs for the 3rd round end goal. So I think building up the grasslands is the correct idea. And building it up with birds that are worth 5 and 6 points that can maybe not get additional points isn't the worst idea either. And not too crazy about picking up either of the stuff in the tray, so I think we will just go out here and try to pick birds here. I don't mind. I was gonna say I don't mind picking up the blue jay and playing it out, but it's conditional that we can gain additional points from this guy. So in that regard, it's just it's more often that there's a grain in the trade than there is then you can roll rodents on these guys, but these guys are already worth 2 and 3 points more than this guy out of the gate. So yeah, not too crazy about that guy at this time. Okay, lay eggs in these birds, get 3 worms, and we have enough stuff to play out both of these. We are probably going to go for a game where we can just activate down the grasslands when we are done with the game. So stuff like the Northern Harrier, Burying All, they are probably going to come to the right when we are going down that road. Okay, not too sure I'm gonna play out a 3-pointer, so let's just see if there are anything else here we can consider. Still more of these roll to maybe gain point birds. Ah, Puffin, that's the perfect thing we want. And yeah, Nutcracker is basically Blue Jay with additional steps. It's a little bit better since it's just worth 2 more points on the board, so it's not as bad as the Blue Jay would have been. But what I do really want is like the House Finch or the Purple Velvet Slope Swallow, that we can cycle cards we don't want to play from a forest here. Anyway, I think we're gonna play out the Kestrel and the Puffin first. But down the line we might play out the Kestrel because it's very easy for us to get the food for it, and it's a decent chunk of points. It has the nest type for the woodpecker. We might do. I'm not too sold, but we might do it. Until then, we need to pick up fish. Oh right, let's actually do what I say. Put eggs into the highest egg capacity birds first. Okay, it was a tie. We couldn't have beaten that, at least not since I paid attention to what was going on. American Robin, that's the final verticulturist bird, so and it cycles, so we definitely pick up here. This is the final turn we are activating the wetlands, I think, because we now have so many cards in hand that we can cycle, and there aren't really that many turns left in the game, so playing out Robin here is definitely happening. And then we just need to get the most amount of birds we actually care about playing out. There are 9 turns left in the game, so and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards left in hand. So whether or not we play a bird, whether or not we sacrifice, we draw food, whether or not we do lay eggs, we can afford to spend a card every turn. So we are definitely spending a card here to get additional food dice, getting these 2 fish we need for the Puffin, and I think we want to play out Chestnut Called Longspur, maybe. Dixisel, maybe. It can get us decent amount of points down the line, but yeah, it really depends on what bonus cards we get out of this guy. Neither of these birds eat herries, so I guess it's just worms here. Spend the Blue Jay to pick up, I guess another star nest isn't the worst thing in the world. It's cheap 5-point bird we can play out for star nest. It counts for a few of the bonus cards. Lay eggs into birds and get 3 food. Okay. And we are neck and neck at that bonus task. We can always lay eggs manually and get eggs into 2 of these nests that don't have them yet. Do that. And birds eating rodents is definitely going to be more points for us than breeding manager. In theory, breeding manager can give us 1, 2, 3, 4 points. And yeah, rodentalist is just already 4 points without us having to do any more job. And we can maybe get a big bomb out of that. Which means playing this guy is now a 7-pointer for 2 food, which isn't the worst thing in the world, so I think we are going to do that. It's also going to help us get up to another tier of egg laying here, which could count. Yeah. It's also 4 dice outside the bird feeder, so maybe we can even get a few points here. Let's try, and I'm going to spend the worm since that's the easiest thing for us to regain, and we want to at least catch up to our opponent here. Shame we couldn't win it here, but it's fine. Okay, 1 point, that's not the worst thing in the world. Wait, what are we? No, the opponent could take food when we rolled. No, that means no more rolling for us. Ah, damn. Oh, that's such a bad anti-synergy for us. I knew these birds were bad, but I didn't think they were going to be that bad. But yeah, I haven't really thought about that before. That the black-billed magpie and the turkey vulture actually is a counter to rolled dice outside the bird feeder birds. And these birds are so bad you don't need to counter them. But yeah, I guess it's just the way it is. Ooh, Eastern Bluebird. Now, this is interesting for me. Not because it's a particularly good bird in of itself, but if you can play this guy together with like this guy, we get such a good point bomb out of that. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Can we get the food we need to do that? So you need 2 food, you need 3 food, so we need 5 specific foods. Is it worth spending 2 turns picking up 5 specific foods to play them out later? We still get a little bit of we get a lot of egg advantage because the opponent can't take these eggs. We are actually getting 3 points out of each activation here, which means that 1, 2, 3, 4, max 5. So we're only losing about. So doing this 3 turns is at most 5 points, but we're gonna run out of egg space. So we do need to play out some birds anyway. I think that looks very enticing for me. Nutcracker not gonna be played. Let's pick up 2 grains, a cherry, and sure, let's reroll. And we are going to sack the Harrier. Even you're a very cheap 3-pointer, 5-pointer. Yeah, but 5 points isn't enough. If we wanted to play a cheap 5-pointer, we just play the Clock Scrub. Pick up the Eastern Bluebird. Give ourselves some eggs. Take that worm. Okay, so we have half the food we need to. We have almost all the food we need to play these 2. And after that, we might want to play some more birds. I don't think Sprague's Pivot is because we aren't going to have enough space for it. So we're gonna sack the quail and just pick a random card. Hope that it's good. Okay, grab. You're gonna be sacked, so we can pick up, I guess, a fish. And we need. I'm just gonna take some random food here. We are gonna get the second worm we need from the sapsucker. Sack the quail, pick up Greater Roadrunner. Yes! Almost precisely the thing we wanted. I don't think we got the correct foods for this though, and we are gonna run out of board space, so yeah, we can't play this guy out. Derp, derp, derp. Because playing out Bluebird into the chestnut color longspur is probably a better play than to play this guy than this guy over 2 turns. I much rather just want to lay 5 eggs. That being said, we could play the Roadrunner instead of the chestnut color longspur. This guy is a guaranteed 4 points more than this guy. If this guy has a good bonus card, we get if we can get points, we get like it's pretty rare we are better than 4 points just out of that, and we can activate twice, which means that we have a decent chance to make this guy actually pop. Yeah, I think we have a change of plans there. We could also play this guy since we know we're gonna activate twice. This guy's gonna be worth 2 more points, but this guy is already worth 5 more than this guy. So yeah, this can be a maximum worth 8, but this guy is already worth 9 because of Rododentalist. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. We take eggs out of these nests. Play play it like that. And yeah, also just laying eggs twice now is probably the correct thing, since you're gonna be able to put eggs into the correct nest types, spending the additional food we have left as well. Yeah, this seems like a good idea. Thank you for the 3 point. And then we have some chances to get more stuff here. Ooh, 2 points. Yeah, because this guy already made him spend his ability. And oh, that's actually really sneaky great. So if this guy hits, the opponent takes the food, and then these guys have the maximum amount of chance to actually hit. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, fill up that bird, and fill up this bird, and that's gonna be the end of the game here. Okay, so we had like 50-50 hits on the roll all food dice birds. I guess that's the expected outcome, but we did get decent points of Rododentalist, so I'm not mad. I think we played this. I think I played this game the way we were supposed to play it, and I think we're gonna see a decent 100+ score here. And remember, we did ditch a Raven for this, so I think we should have a decent scoring here. Yeah, 109 isn't the worst thing in the world. If these guys had been hunting birds rather than roll all dice birds, we could have had a little bit more points, but then they would probably also be worth a few fewer points when played out initially anyway. Yeah. Piloted Woodpecker is a really good bird, especially if the opponent doesn't have egg capacity to be able to take the eggs you are giving to them. So yeah, what do you think about this playthrough here? Did I do the same things that you would have done, or would you have done stuff a little bit different? Please let me know in the comments below what you enjoyed and not. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, that sort of things. I'm the Harbinger. We've been playing Wingspan on Steam, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.